Okay, so this is Sector 4. I've spent some time just kind of thinking about how I wanted to do it. And we're going to set houses in like this. It takes up less space in this direction and really doesn't take up all that much more space in this direction. So I kind of like jamming them in this way. So we're going to try it by doing this. And then I can have these houses built just by moving the road a little bit. So we'll start with these 2 houses, which are going to hold a total of 80 people. That'll provide all the homeless with homes. Sector 1 currently has 33 homeless, which probably means it's 33 over capacity, like way over capacity. Or not. What? There's 640 people here? Look at all the non-workers. Holy crap. Send all non-workers to Sector 3 for colonization training. We'll say 70 non-workers need to go to Sector 3 for colonization training. And then, of course, 70 people moving here. I don't know if there's enough capacity for that. There's just so many over here now. 572. No wonder there's homeless. My God. Yeah, let's have them have everyone new go to 3 and 4, if possible. No idea if that will even ultimately be a thing. We're also putting in a docking bay here, which I've now completed, and I'm putting in a battery tier 2 here, which I would very much like to get electronics for this. And I don't have to transfer them because we actually do have access to electronics. Actually, you know what? Let's not do this. Let's do this instead. And then we'll do this. That's better. So we'll get these built. Pause that for now. This one's going to store electronics in it. This one's going to store polymers. This one's going to be another alloy storage because it just has to be. And so we'll get a bunch of storage here next to the door. But we have electronics now from inside here. And so we can now use those electronics to build this. And then this sector will have a big battery right here, which is great. All right, so let's take this away. Whoops, not quite that. There we go. We'll take this away. Take all these extra roads away. We're almost done with this sector. I haven't decided precisely what I'm going to do here yet, but I do know these guys are going to be making food. And so because I know they're going to be making food, it stands to be it's a good idea, I think, to have a fusion station. I was really hoping to put that right there. So I guess I'm going to have to move that road over one. About like this. Fusion station goes here. And then this road will just, I guess we'll curve it and go this way with it for now. So the fusion station there. And you know what? Maybe we will put ice right here instead of alloys. And then we can have another alloy storage. We're going to need lots of storage. Like I don't have enough. There's just never enough storage. I can put it like this, or I think maybe what I prefer to do is something like this. Yeah. And then one more storage can go over here as like a cryopod or something, right? Because we're going to have stuff brought here. So let's get another cargo ship. Let's get three more cargo ships into here. And we could start bringing ice in and all sorts of stuff. Get that logistics engine flowing. Of course, that takes a lot of polymers. So that's got to get here too. I have polymer storage, right? Yeah. So let's say we want a minimum of 15 polymers here. We'll say always bring one electronic in here. That way we could just start making it. Cryo is being managed, but we're going to go 0 on that resource target. And then ice is going to be max as soon as we build ice storage. And then we'll continue making more food. You can never have, I think you can have too much food, but man, it ain't easy having too much food, especially when you need 2 sectors to provide it for the other 4, which is, I think, ultimately what will end up happening here. I just can't do anything about this homeless issue because they don't actually send them where I want them to send them. They just keep being born here. So 232. No, it's ideal. It's just down 15. So we have optimal working conditions and it's 17 homeless. There's clearly something going on with homes. And I think we'll remedy this by taking away this insect farm and putting another house here. And actually, I could gut this. Let's gut this. And then also we'll get rid of this too. And then we can also go and make this road go in like so. All right, good. So now we'll take for housing. We'll go in for population. Yep. And we're going to put this house right here. There we go. And then we'll just, I guess, connect that up like that and call it good. We have enough room for another house here. I can solve the homeless problem by just doing it. So I guess we will. Although, if I was to get rid of this vegetable farm, I would then be able to go 2 houses in here. And I could still fit 2 regardless. Yeah, I could always fit 2 here. Yeah, we'll put another one down there anyway. That'll solve the homeless problem, then they can stop bugging me. Sector 4's work conditions is terrible. We can help that too. We'll just send, say, 30 workers from 1 to 4. There you go. Straight across, please. And now we'll have this filled with ice. This can fill with ice. We'll say that we always want full ice over here if we can get it. Maybe we don't need full ice, right? Maybe we can bring it to like 530. That's fine. And then this is paused, so we'll go ahead and turn it back on now that we have the electronics here anyway. And we'll get this started. All right, now we just need polymers brought here. And then also cryopods will be here so that we can transfer them to other sectors. Battery's done. Very good. And this has a charge for 3 cycles. Okay, good. Okay, so now that we're bringing more people over here, we're going to need more houses. We can just kind of extend the road a little bit, and that will get this one started. And then I can get the infirmary going by... I think I'll just connect it here. That works for me. Can I still fit... I was worried about this. Can I still fit an airlock here and then something else? Guess I would put the airlock all the way over here.
Transfer complete.
If I did that, I'd put the airlock right there. Or another dock or whatever, right? There should be a docking bay for every... I don't know if we need a docking bay for every sector, but I currently have it that way. Because it just gives me more ships, and more ships means more logistics, and it just means I get things faster, and I like getting things faster. This thing has nothing to mine. So it's just going to go and mine hydrogen. So that means every single thing on the map right now, all these little icons, right? All of this is just waiting for collection. And that's why I wanted to have more fleet management. Like, I want to have more ships. And it looks like there's only 2 empty spots left. So does that mean I'm not able to have... No, I've got 3. They're just not built yet. So I'm wondering if I'm able to have more than... Let's maybe pause this for a second and see if it tells me I can't build anymore. But yeah, you can go and get me, Arch. You can go get me ice, please. And let's have you grab carbon and... No, we don't need it. We don't need you to grab carbon. I think you're just dedicated to ice. We have 2 ice storages here. You can just bring that ice in. That'd be great. And cryopods too. Why not? Yeah, you can bring those in too. Say, we have more of those to transfer as well. And then I think I should have storage for hydrogen in this sector because I kind of want to make whatever we're going to use hydrogen for, which I believe it's going to be power related, right? Whatever we're going to be using it for, we should make it in here. And so I want to add one more stockpile, but I can't do that because we're at the maximum power draw right now. So let's go over to our airlock and build ourselves one more large solar panel. There we go. All right. So we met the elders, right? Man is the measure of all things. The elders, as they call themselves, have told us their story. They are among some of the last members of the crew to have known Earth. Many of the Protagorouses do not remember their pasts. The elders accuse Dolos cryonic technology of being responsible for this phenomenon. For them, this is another divide between the people of the Protagorouses and those of the Etemenanki. I don't know. Who say that they are fortunate to remember home. According to these ancients, Vol technology is not just a method of space travel. They believe each Vol jump generates cataclysm equivalent to that initially caused by the Tiqqun. They ruminate on the fact that UN technology does not use tachyons, there it is, and therefore, by their logic, does not cause cataclysm. The discussion lasted for some time. Nana Sakamoto and Pelageya Zverev have decided to stay on the Protagorouses with the elders. They do not want to follow the Tiqqun's mission anymore. So they've been convinced to stay. We lost a member of our science team. And, okay, cool. So next we need to repair the Protagorouses' superstructure and reboot its core systems. That requires 100 of the alloys and 60 polymers. It also requires us to have the telescopic pole and to have the Tiqqun nearby. So whence? Man, I cannot speak today. I have to take a break from recording. I'm blah 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 over my own words all day, man. Once we get done with the tech that we're researching now, which is 43% done, then we move the Tiqqun here and we reassemble them. But in the meantime, while we slowly research this, because we have to do all of the science for this from our own science building, so it will take that many cycles. However much science we need still, that's how many cycles it will be. So we're looking at 17 cycles before we will have the right tech. Should be 835, I think, is pretty much what that equals. Unless I'm just terrible at math, and I might be 33. Anyway, we have storage for pretty much everything over here. I like just jamming all the storage here and then having all the space for everything else. And then we are, of course, filling up our tanks with water. Very good. So I think if we're not terrible on food, we should start looking at the possibility of maybe getting that going. And I'm thinking if we do it right here, then I could just go all on the bottom with a field, which means I can't put anything along the bottom. So maybe not that. How am I going to get this to where it's even numbers? I wish I had something that was 4x4. Is there any building that's 4x4? Maintenance. Maybe the battery is 5x5. 7x7. Nah. We should put a DLS center in here, though, to help with the whole, like, make sure people stay happy. That's what I mean. Yeah, we should do this to make sure that people are happy. I guess I could do it. All right, here's what we're going to do. This road's getting connected here. This road's getting gutted here. This is going here. Yep. And then this road doesn't go all the way through anymore, but it doesn't matter because everything that comes off of this needs to go to storage first, and all the storage is this direction. So they'll just do it, and everything will be fine. Or new idea, slightly new idea, so that we don't have it completely cut off if we wanted to go somewhere else, because we may want it to go somewhere else later. We can't afford to put a road here, and this will still fit. So we'll do that instead. So the DLS Center will provide us propaganda, make everybody happy, And let's say crop field. Maybe I could put it here. If I put it here, then we go 1, 2. It needs to be, it's 4. So I kind of need to start counting, which is not my strong suit, as you can tell. 4, 4, 4. So I'll have 2 left. So it's going to leave us a gap of 1 road gap. This isn't a huge deal. I don't think that's a big deal. We would put, this is 4 wide. So we would put 1 here, and then we would put 1 here. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's get rid of this. Hold on. We want to move this over a little bit. We want the field to be flush. This is 4x8. We want the field to be flush with this so that it can be stacked. So in order to do that, I need the crop field to actually be here. And that's okay, because this space can be used for les batteries. Les batteries parées. Or I could do it as houses, but I'd rather not.
Trust in your leadership is falling.
You know what? That's okay,
Power
because
supply overloaded.
it's okay. It's okay. Look, everyone, calm down.
Power
It's fine.
restored.
Look, we're gonna build it. All right, we got all the electronics delivered. It's just all about the stupid polymers now. All right, don't worry about it. It's fine. Grab the carbon, please, and let's have you guys grab hydrogen as a secondary source. We don't need the iron in this sector. So I think we'll focus on the cryopods. We're almost done with that, actually. And then we'll work on getting the hydrogen as well. Yeah.
Power supply overloaded.
Again? Because you built the house, isn't it? No, it's this. You know what? Temporarily, I don't think we need it. It's not the infirmary's fault. Shut the stockpile off. Shut this off.
Power restored.
But then this will get built. Now this, though, these are just batteries. They won't add to the power. So now I can build one, like, say, maybe we'll build it this direction. I kind of like this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, I think 7, 8. This is how we'll do that. And then that gives me enough room, I think. Let me double check that. Should give me enough room to put in another one of these. Yep, I have room. Okay, good. So that'll be 8 fields on this side. And it'd be nice to be able to put 9, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be nice? Ooh, never mind. Well, I could do it this way. It looks a little weird, but we could do it this way and then add stockpile, actually, right? Nope. It's 3 by 4. Okay, so it's got to be a house. We just add another, house here. Like this. Right? That's something we can do. And this overlaps just a little bit, but not enough to where it stops me from putting in an orbital right there. Yep. And then enough room for the road. So that's fine. That works for me. So this will be another field for us to, grow food. Further the whole rest of the ship. That would mean that Sector 5, theoretically, as long as we can keep up on the supply of ice, Sector 5 should not need to create its own food. Because this should cover all the food that we need, I believe. We are still not delivered. We are down polymers big time. So still waiting on that. I kind of want to pause this. If I power it down, will they still deliver the resources and build it? I don't think so. I don't think they do that. I think that kind of thing is just frowned upon, man. We actually have enough power for this. No, because they're going to turn the house on, and the house takes 1 power. You don't have to turn the house on. We can pause that. This takes 2 power. We can pause that too. We don't need that built either. Yep. What we need to make sure that we have is cryopods getting out of this. So there we go. And then that can all get thrown to sector 1 when possible. Yeah. Sector 1 max. There it goes. Wow. Sector 1 has 76 homeless now. I wonder if it's because all the cryo people have been going here instead of where I told them to go. Very interesting. I can't imagine. Let's go 30. And we'll send... Let's go 40. We'll send workers from 1 to 4, and then you guys don't have to have extra hours anymore. All right, I think we're pretty close here to done. So I'm going to play on for a little while longer. We're going to get the solar panel done, and we're going to get this research done, and then we're going to go over to the ProtagorouS. So I will be right back. Okay, solar panel's done. We now have 666 as our power capacity. Sure, that's not a bad omen at all. No, definitely not. We're going to go ahead and turn this back on. Start getting these fields going. I'm noticing our total supply of food is dropping quite quickly. Maybe this will make up for it. We have over 1,000 alloy in storage. Not a lot of iron left, which is good because it means that my iron storage is not full anymore. At least it shouldn't be. Which it might mean that I can maybe go in and change one of these to something else I might need in the future, like ice, for example. So I can say this one is dedicated to ice now. And you should hopefully take the ice out of this one and then make this permanently cryopods, hopefully. Ice just goes in here and then immediately gets transferred. But like this one's been sharing responsibilities for a while, so I'd like to get that done. And then, you know, we have alloy there, and then there's these 2 iron here. But the ice can now get unloaded, which is good. If we take a look over in Sector 1, it's 94 people. 94 homeless in Sector 1. I just don't know how to keep up with that. I'm going to have to take out some of these... I'm going to have to tear some stuff down in order to keep up with it. You know, one thing we might be able to do, maybe replace these 3 batteries here with a tier 2. But because of the way this is designed, I still won't be able to get... well, yeah. Yeah, I would be able to do it. I would be able to get a bigger house right here. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to take... We have the technology done. I can go to the ProtagorouS whenever I want. But let me get the homeless problem sorted here. I think first and foremost, I'm going to pause cryonics temporarily so the problem doesn't get any worse. Then we're going to go ahead and delete these 3 batteries and this house, which is, of course, going to make that problem worse, but only temporarily. I will eliminate this road and this road and this road. So, well, I can't do that because then they can't break these things down. So I will rebuild these 2 roads. Rebuild this road so they can break this stuff down. And then once it's broken down completely, I will have to take this out. So what I'm planning on doing is sitting this right here. And then this spot right here, I believe, will be able to fit our population center right there. Yep. So we will say, maybe this actually. We'll say the population lives here. And then because of that, we can now get the big battery to go right next to it. All right, just to kind of back a little bit in the corner. And it obviously blocks the door. But we don't really need access to that door anyway, so no big deal. So let's get this road taken back like that. And then we'll pop this battery in right in the back like that. Should be good. So this just replaces... I mean, it's still not going to solve the problem because it's still 75 homeless. But at least I have extra... Like, I have some new housing in here, right? I've done something. But ultimately, the answer for this is going to be transferring them somewhere else. That just has to be the answer. I don't know if how much spare housing is in these other sectors. So let's take a look. We could say Sector 3. We could say non-workers from Sector 1 should migrate to Sector 3. We'll say workers from 1 should go to 2, and we'll bring in, I think, maybe 25 of them. And then also, we'll send some to 4 as well. So we just need to distribute these guys a little more evenly. And hopefully we have... Now we're having a problem feeding people, which is just really shitty. Food, 110 minimum. See, they're not even hitting the minimum. So I'm actually low. We could probably reduce these numbers a little bit. They don't have to be so high. Yeah, that's fine. Redistribute the food a little bit better.
Complete.
And as we transfer people out of Sector 1, also they won't eat as much. Not enough silicon. Not connected stockpile enough silicon. Okay, so we just don't have enough. We haven't mined enough. We're still stuck on the map. So we have another source of hydrogen over here, a pretty good one, and we're mining it right now. There's 193 of it. We're going to start storing hydrogen before we take off to the next sector because, again, I think we're probably going to need to start relying on it for something in the future. Maybe we go someplace and there's not a lot of good solar coverage, and so there's an event that says our solar panels aren't working very well. I have no idea if that's a thing. But if it is a thing, I want to have that alternative ready to go. In the meantime, though, since we are full on hull integrity now, we have 100% trust. Everything seems to be working out, aside from the fact that we have nowhere else to store our waste. Probably should be processing waste a little bit faster. Could do that in this sector. Yeah, we could do that here. We could process more waste. I have the DLS, so I could implement that policy if I wanted to. Yeah, maybe. Waste treatment center could go here. Or it could go back like this, and then the storage for it could be right next to it. That could work too. So if I put it here, if I put that there, then this road goes like this, and then the storage for it would go right here. Yeah. This will be waste storage. I think I can swing that.
Population transfer complete.
See, now we need more houses, so let's turn that back on. Turn this back on too. Let's get those houses up. Sector 4, Sector 3's got some homeless too. 3? Tell you what, I don't need a road for this battery, right? I think this is working, by the way. I don't need this road for the battery, so I could now, I think, bring this road all the way back. Like this. I will need this road built just to connect the mess hall. But I can now stick one of these in here instead. Yeah. There wasn't enough room for another battery anyway, so I could just stick this right here. And we don't have to worry about roads to this, because what do we need roads to it for? I think roads are really only needed to, for the initial build. We don't need it here, so I think we're good. This should provide extra housing for 3. These guys are mad or upset or angry or something. That's okay. We're going to make it all better. We are. So we're going to introduce the Alternative Life Center. That'll make it everything better, right? Cheer up, folks. Just cheer up. I kind of want to leave room for other structures. Really wish I could fit this here. I was really hoping that would fit. But now I want to leave room for other structures, so if I do this, let me just check on housing really quick. If I wanted more housing, which I will need eventually right here, it's just going to leave this void. Yeah. All right, tell you what, we'll do something like that. And then we can do something like this. That's for houses right around the waste center, right? This road would then go like that. And probably straight down at this point to put a battery here, I guess. That's fair. Pop a battery there. And then we could put the alternative life center right here on the corner. And if we needed more, then we can have a monument right here. So we can stack that. Just turn this on. We need power. Turn the power on there. Okay. So we'll make this a high priority because I want... Nah, never mind. They're happy again. Forget it. They're not homeless anymore, so we don't need a high priority. So we'll build all these things, and I think once this is done building, we should be over on power. This will go to 53, 56, 58, 60, 62, 60, 68. Yeah, this will be 68 once this is done. So I'm going to have, I think, this paused, and that will get us to 666. No, because this is going to get built too. So we'll pause these two houses. We should now have enough space. Yeah, we should have enough space for that now. All right, are we good? These guys are going to travel through the storm the long way. Makes sense. You know, makes total sense. Yeah. Have fun with that, mining ships. They're not traveling to me, actually. They're traveling here. And so I think now we can move the Tiqqun. We've got 5 cycles, 3.5 cycles, 5 cycles, 1.5 cycles. Right. Sector 1's battery capacity. Sector 1's battery capacity. This is not built yet. So we need high priority here. And I need electronics to be sent here. Just say 1 for now. And say none here and none here. Get the electronics to this, and then we'll have enough cycles of spare power at that point when the batteries are charged. We'll have enough spare power to go ahead and travel to the Protagorouس, okay? This is going to be waste. I have to have the policy in place for that. These guys are angry again. Why are you angry? From having 20% or more unpowered houses. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? Oh, I get it. We have to pause the construction. Pause construction. If I unpower a powered down house, I see. You're just being a dick. Okay. Fine. Resume this. So I want you, DLS Center, to implement waste recycling. Yes. And once we have waste recycling up and running, we'll just say this is waste. And now all of the waste can transfer here. So we can go into sector 4, turn on waste management, and say I want to max it out. So now they should be sending it here and to sector 3. And both of these should have waste coming in, and we can now process it. And there it is. It's all being flowed through here. We can now process it, make it into iron, make it into alloys, and then we can store it in a place which currently I don't know because I don't have storage for it. Can I turn this on? No, I cannot. That will put me over my power limit. You see what I mean? Power. It's a real big drag, man. Power is a pain in the butt. And this is with, like, I still have 2 whole sectors to go. Right? 2.5 sectors really to power. What are you? Allows a power and data connection between the Tiqqun and external systems. Oh, I didn't build this yet. Okay, do it, I guess. Yeah, sure. And then we don't have enough electronics to make more solar power. So I guess we're just stuck doing this like this for a while. We're just going to be like this for a while, okay? We could turn off this stockpile. If I turn this one on now, that's actually all I need to do is turn this one on. And then I think I want to change this one to alloys so that all the ice can go in here. And that way that the alloys we process here can actually go here. So we'll fill this storage up, and then this is still processing it. And then we should have a lot of food now. Oh yeah, lots of food now. Okay. Guys, I think, I want to say this is the end of the video, but I really wanted to save the Protagorouس by the end of this video. So if it's all the same to you, maybe I'll just, oh, it's already done. Well, never mind, it's already done. I was going to wait for that to be finished, and here we are. It's all finished now. And this only takes 1 power. So we can turn that on, actually. There you go. All right. Tiqqun. Assuming that the... Whoops. Go back in. Assuming that the batteries are done in Sector 1. Battery is, but it's not charged. We need to let it charge.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
We have a new request. Great. I shut down some buildings like the probe launcher and 2 of the steel and all that stuff, just so that the battery can charge faster. So we're all already read up. We're like charged up now pretty much and ready to go. But we have a new request, and it looks like it's right over here. Courage rather than hope. Administrator, by repatriating the settlers for the colonization test, you have silenced some of the voices that question your natural philanthropy. The crew is delighted to be reunited with their friends and crewmates. Some see it as a sign that humanity is not doomed to die in space. Beyond hope, it fills them with courage. So a 10% trust bonus. So that means we have colonists. There are 60 colonists in Sector 2. They're just chilling in Sector 2. I'm going to create more in Sector 3 because I do have some non-workers here. So go ahead and hit train. However, this is going to use electronics, so we will not automatically train. Sector 2 actually has a little bit of a food problem. For real? Oh, this is 3. Sorry. Food problem. Really? We have 5 in storage. Excuse me. Well, you won't transfer it because you have 110 as your minimum. You should be transferring it. You should be transferring it to 2. So I don't know what's... I'm not entirely sure about that. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, you should be transferring it to 2. This should be fine. This should go away. It just did. Okay, so we are ready to rock. Let's take the Tiqqun and transfer it to the Protagorouس. It will take 2 cycles to do. We have more than enough power in all sectors and battery power to last us the trip. So no big deal. We will watch as the other planet zooms away from us and we begin our journey into the perilous storm once more.
Entering extreme low temperature environment.
Into the perilous storm once more we go. Technology tree-wise, we're almost done with division of tasks, polymer refinery upgrade. It's going to let us go faster with the polymers. I'm not doing chemical baths, but we're going to go faster with the polymers. And then after that, I'm going to get accelerated growth, crop farm upgrades. And that crop farm upgrade is going to allow food production to be increased by 10%. We could then do intelligent design, industrial enzymes, and then we can take and do this crops protocol here, which will produce more waste, which conveniently enough, all my waste processing sectors are the same exact places that we are, of course, growing crops. So I don't have to worry about the waste either. So we can just basically go as fast as we can with waste production. And in fact, I might want to take a look at that waste center, waste treatment center. We actually have 2. Oh, hang on. Okay, this is the first time I've ever had control taken away from me for a cutscene. This looks awesome, though. I mean, if you're going to show me these types of things, you can take control away from me anytime. That creepy music again. So we are here. Ooh. So that's what the Protagorouس looks like. Frozen in ice like that. That's pretty sweet. It looks very different. It's got a whole bunch of like extra stuff in the front here, right? Like it's got something sticking out of here. All right, so I guess all that's left to do now is to hit the map, go like this, and say that we want to repair the superstructure. It's going to take 100 alloys and 60 polymers, which I happen to have. And we're going to have this weirdly shaped ship. Weirdly named ship. We're going to have that take care of it. So load up all the alloys. Yep, load them all up, send them on our way. I really wish I could like see them take off and fly away and see them dock. Can I? I mean, no way. There's just no way. Because, like, look at how like the structure, right? Everything's in the way of this. This is a terrible way to have a docking structure here. I can see the ship in here though. Before it shows up here. I can see that. Then as it leaves, it just probably disappears. Yeah. Okay. Well, in any case, I guess we could... We don't really need to turn on the steel mills or anything like that. I think keeping the power low is probably a good idea here. I don't think we need the probe launcher on. I'm not going to make any more probes. We're just going to kind of sit here, getting hit by the ice until all of this stuff is delivered. And so with that, I think I need to make sure that Sector 2 has polymers. So we're going to say that we want to make sure that you have 20 polymers, let's say. So when they make them... actually, that's not going to be enough because we need to also remove. So we'll say 10 polymers there, none in here, and let's go none in Sector 4. So now they should shift. We should see them shift into Section 2 or Sector 2, which will then make its way onto that ship and get provided. Okay. Wow. Well, I think this video is long enough. Sorry, just the way it is. So when we come back for the next one, we will see the conclusion of whatever's going on with the Protagorouس. Because I think ultimately that is a good enough reason for you to come back for another video. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Not a cliffhanger that's anticlimactic this time, okay? Because there's definitely something that's gonna happen, okay? Maybe it'll be a cool cutscene, or maybe it'll just be like, thanks for that. Here's the coordinates. You can jump now. I don't know. We'll find out in the next video. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.